Testimony is wrapping up in the hearing that could determine if a convicted murderer on Florida's death row goes free.
A jury found Tommy Ziegler guilty of killing his wife, her parents, and another man 50 years ago this month on Christmas Eve. WESH 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox live at the Orange County Courthouse. And Greg, the state and the defense brought out their last expert witnesses.
Yeah, stark contrast today really with the witnesses that took the stand here. You have the state that's trying to convince the judge that Tommy Ziegler is just as guilty today as he was 50 years ago. And then you have the defense through its witnesses saying that police and prosecutors back then didn't do their jobs.
The trajectory is from left to right.
The defense's final witness in the evidentiary hearing for 80-year-old Tommy Ziegler was former Miami homicide detective Ibrahim Garcia. He was handed the .357 Magnum handgun, a powerful weapon that was used to shoot Ziegler in the stomach. The state told his trial jury the wound was self-inflicted to try and divert suspicion in the murders away from him. But Garcia testified a right-handed Ziegler could not have shot himself in his left side.
It would be inconsistent and unlikely that a person who's right-handed would be able to attain that trajectory.
Judge, I want to object.
After the judge listened to the state's objection, the pistol was taken back to the clerk's evidence box and the defense rested. When the state got its chance to question Garcia, the prosecutor tried to discredit his expertise. But Garcia stood fast to his opinion that evidence collected by officers in 1975 was not thorough, would not hold up in today's forensic standards.
What I can tell you that it was done improperly.
In your personal opinion, things were done improperly?
Yes.
The state called its own witness in this hearing, a forensic expert who had a very different opinion than Ziegler's expert in interpreting the DNA test results.
But they left some of the original drip stain.
Forensic and bloodstain expert Anna Cox dissected the crime scene photo by photo, while the defense said blood spatter stains and new DNA test results raised questions about Ziegler's involvement in the murders. Cox raised concerns about a piece of rubber glove found inside the Ziegler furniture store that wasn't tested by the defense and might contain the touch DNA of the killer.
Getting a little out of the realm of my expertise as a bloodstain analyst, it's significant that it's got blood on it and it's in an area that there's no blood around it, which means it had blood on it and then came to rest in that position. That's what's significant for me.
At this point, it's unclear whether the judge is going to continue on tonight and go into closing arguments or whether she will suspend that, close it down here at the courthouse tonight, come back tomorrow for the conclusion of this hearing with closing arguments. And then after that, we're looking for a potential decision on Tommy Ziegler's future coming sometime the end of January, early February. Covering Orange County, live in Orlando, Greg Fox, WESH 2 News.